All right. Hello, Maree. Hello, Jesse. Hello, everybody on the chat. I am so excited. Hello, Jesse. You look so cute.
He is so cute. He's going, I'm gorgeous. He has no self-esteem problems, my little crystal fairy.
He is
Ah,
gorgeous, inside and out. You
yes.
know, he really is. I wanted to talk about, and I even did a video that I posted about the energies. I looked up and figure out it was Mercury retrograde, and basically feelings of I don't want to be here anymore. I'm tired of this video game. Um, just a bunch of emotions just coming up, crying and just like disappointment and just, because a lot of us are waiting on the RV and we're waiting for things to happen. And then like things kind of happen, but they don't. And so just disappointment and waiting and just like everything accumulated. And that, I guess this is what happens when you don't handle your deal with your emotions, which I thought I had, but I had not. And so um several of my friends were like, yeah, I'm having the same issues, like exact same issues. And then as I talked to more people, I was like, okay, I'm not the only one. And then I looked up, and of course the universe brings you stuff to like talk to you. And I was like, oh, Mercury retrograde. Well, interestingly enough, I don't believe in that stuff. I'm not a big astrological person. Like I'm like, no, if I don't believe in it, it's not going to affect me. But I don't know. It affected me. And I don't know if you think that maybe I needed to call on my free will and my not autonomy, but um what's it called when you
Yeah. Like your choice, your ability to make choices for self.
yeah, just
Yeah.
like basically like, no, I don't allow this stuff
Mm,
to affect me. No. And I can, and I know I can do that. I know
mm,
I can say that.
mm.
But anyway, just wanted to put it out there, want everybody to know that this is happening, um and that to be careful to love yourself. So the message that I got was love yourself through it. So I kind of saw myself more as a higher self, seeing myself suffering and going through this and having compassion for myself and just really putting myself in the love space. And once I put myself in the love space and I looked at why I was frustrated, why I was having this, I don't want to be here anymore. Like what was causing this? And it was all this waiting every week, thinking this is the week, this is the week, this is the week. So
Mhm.
it was understanding where that was coming from, and then just kind of loving it and just seeing like the journey. And I know up to now I've loved the journey. It's just that when you're in it, it's like ew, but when you step out of it and you look at it from the love space, then it's like, oh, I'm loving the journey because I'm here for this experience. And then it makes it more palatable. It made it more. So today I woke up in joy and in trust.
Beautiful.
So, yeah.
Yeah, and that's beautiful. And I watched your this morning when I woke up, I watched your lovely, really beautiful message. And it's so true, Elisa. We are these physical beings that have emotions. Emotions are movement of energy. So the emotion helps us to see where we're at and but also to shift things because it's energy moving. So we're going to have days where we feel like the world should just fall off, and does not exist, and we feel like crying and get really mad, and it's okay. Embrace those emotions. For me, I let them guide me, and I go, "Whoa, she's on a rant today." Exactly doing what you're saying. I'm the observer, so I'll sit down and I'll watch myself going, "Oh, that's a beauty." It's like a child having a little tantrum in
You
my own
know
head.
what? That's funny. It was a tantrum. Like I saw it. I was like, "Oh, this is a tantrum. This is a tantrum."
And so I laugh at myself having this amazingly brilliant tantrum, and I go, oh, she's on a roll. And sometimes I use a balloon, so I'll let myself go up in a balloon, just like you were saying, and observe myself. Or if the emotions become too overwhelming, I'll put them in a balloon and I'll let them float up above me, and then I'll just have that space and peace to become the observer, because sometimes it can be really difficult to get out of that, to then be able to observe ourselves. So I've actually often done trials where I've been the observer watching myself, and then I'm the observer watching the observer, and then I'm the observer watching it. That is mind-blowing. And it's like you see this whole spiral of observers just watching, and it just takes away almost the whole emotion. But that takes to me, that takes concentration and really being focused and breathing and to stay in that zone. But man, that's a real spin out doing that one. Have you ever tried that one?
No, I haven't. Interesting. So yeah, no, I haven't tried that, but it sounds really interesting.
It is, but it does take concentration, because then you're going, well, so I'm observing the observer, and then the observer obviously doesn't have that same emotional kick that the physical being has. And then you go, oh, and it becomes so much less, and your whole perspective changes. And then it is quite powerful. So there's a little thing you can play with.
I know, it is quite powerful. And I just noticed that every time I go through these, I grow spiritually. Yes. So it gives me an opportunity to look at things and go, okay, the engineer in me goes, okay, how do we fix this, right? How do we feel better? How do we achieve feeling better? So then it's like, of course, that's where my guides come in. And then, all this other, stuff comes in. And that was part of what came in, right? It was love yourself through it. If you come from the love space, it's almost like the compassion that you have for yourself, like you say, like it breaks you away from that feeling, that emotion. And it almost like, this is what you're supposed to go through. It's okay. Just breathe through it, And so it's, once you're past it, once you're over it, then the journey is beautiful. When you're in it, the journey's like, I don't want to do this anymore. Get me out of here.
I know. And it sucks. You just go, it's like you forget everything you've ever learned or everything you've ever know, all your tools that are at your disposal, to use. And you're just sitting there going, nah, I'm out. This is it. I'm done. I cannot handle this. This is just a waste of my time. I mean, we're endless souls. There's no such thing as time. And yet we get into this mental plane and this emotional plane. So I really hear you. And I really do know that I'll have days like that too. Even sometimes it might only be 20 minutes, but it's so intense. And then something like I'll do something and then it shifts. And like you said, just breathing sometimes, or being the observer, or just allowing myself having love and compassion, that can sometimes just turn it off. And then I'll often go, where did all that go? Like it's almost like it's for going from one state to a whole nother state, like that sometimes.
Yeah, and Barbara was saying she feels good. And let me tell you, Barbara, the more ascended you are, the less you're going to feel this, because that means you've done your work and you're in that place, in a good place. But these energies caught me, like there was stuff I still needed to clear. And and it has a lot to do with what Maree was talking with the RV and the conversation with the questions. And I want to help so many people. And I keep saying, oh, and I get this money, and I'm going to help this, help that. And then it's like, just it's the waiting and the waiting and the waiting. It's just demoralizing. It's frustrating. It's disappointing. And all these things, right? They just bubble. They just bunch up together. And if you don't deal with them, they just, explode. And then these energies come in to clear all this negative energy, and boom.
Yeah.
The bomb goes off.
But it's brilliant because, it's something, it always has to be something that's near and dear to our heart for us to be triggered enough to release.
Yeah.
So, so spirit knows exactly what it is that will trigger us.
Yeah.
So it gets used. It's
Yeah.
perfect.
Yeah.
It's painful and it's perfect at the same time.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
I've seen the mind trying to poke at me again to try to get me down there. And I'm like, no, we're not going there. Like now I'm seeing it coming in and I'm like, no, we're not mind. I'm not going there. I'm just not going there. And I've been able to just literally like stop the mind from putting those ideas in my head, because we're not here. We're not supposed to fix things. We're supposed to allow for the universe to bring things in for our view or for our ideas to come in or whatever.
Yeah.
So it's a much more beautiful journey when you allow the universe to take you.
Absolutely. And I loved what you said earlier with how can I feel better? So already you're actually looking for something that's more expanded, that's lighter, than I'm just going to stay in this and it's okay to do that too. But those words are really important. How can I feel better? Because it's all about feeling at the end of the day.
Yes, it is. Absolutely. Yeah. And I've gotten back to doing 10 minutes of thankfulness before I go to bed, writing it down. And that's how I got here, right? I got here doing this work. And then once I got here, I stopped,
Yeah, I know. It's true. And look, gratitude, I couldn't believe how powerful me just being in a state of gratitude when I was going through a really big shift. It was probably about 4 weeks ago now, 4 or 5 weeks ago. I just was going, I can't stand this anymore. And I'd been doing things and all of a sudden I got the hit. Just going to gratitude about everything, even if it's ridiculous. So I did. I just started with, I'm so grateful I can breathe. I'm so grateful my car's driving. It's a key one. I'm so grateful I can see to drive my car. Oh my gosh, I'm so grateful for my eyesight. And I just went into this huge role of this gratitude. And I literally felt my energy going to, and then all of a sudden I was going, oh, I feel amazing. And that all the anxiety, everything had shifted. And it was just enough to keep me sane, to have that time of that beautiful lightning of that heaviness. But it took me to focus on it and to really say, this is what I'm doing right now. Yeah. And it didn't take that long. I was going, oh, why didn't I do this earlier? Sometimes we're not ready. Sometimes it's okay to go through the emotion of it.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. And it's funny. I had a friend that, not a friend, somebody I met yesterday, and we were talking about how she went to Africa to
Mumbai?
No, Africa. Zimbabwe.
Yep.
And she's telling me that over there, when your husband dies, you are kicked off the tribe, and if another man doesn't pick you to marry you, you're kicked off to the widow tribe somewhere else where they have no food, where they have nothing, and they take you have to take your kids with you, and then you have to sleep with men that come so they give you food. And I'm just like, okay, I see. I'm like, thankfulness comes in play here. Like, like, come on, like, we are blessed every day. We have freedom. We can we don't have to sleep with men for food, or like it's just, that's when I was just like, sometimes we forget how blessed we are, and how we really truly have no reason to be upset about anything, because somebody else has it worse, way worse, like, just realizing that we are so lucky.
Yeah. And this is the lifetime that our soul has chosen to experience. And because of this massive transition of the earth, of Gaia, of her ascension, that's why I feel we've chosen these lifetimes where we have got choices, where we have, we're not just living for survival. We can actually work in a different way as well. So, I really feel it's very strategic where we are. Our souls have gone, yep, this is exactly where you need to be, with exactly this DNA, with exactly on these latitudes, longitudes, and so have the women, and so have the people from those tribes. That's exactly so what they're going through, and that expansion of consciousness, that could even be greater than what we're going through at some level. It's huge. Yeah. That suffering, that fast, powerful suffering, that is sometimes what can actually trigger these amazing expansions of consciousness.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's fascinating. But you're so right. It's and that's where that attitude of gratitude, that I just couldn't believe how powerful it was. And it's the little things like that we forget about.
It is the little things.
When I was 18, I nearly went blind, and they had to do sort of emergency surgery, and I lost a lot of eyesight and this and that. And now my eyesight's probably better than most people my age, because of then they had to do further eyesight when only about 10 years ago. And now my eyesight's so much better, and my brain has actually changed. The eyesight I lost, it's actually, it's almost like it's better.
Wow.
Like miracles happen. And so with my eyesight, I always remember to be so grateful for that, because I could have been blind. So it's what we think are little things maybe aren't so little.
Yeah, absolutely. You know what makes me thankful to breathe normal? Do you ever get your spit stuck in your throat? And you're like, like I can't breathe. And so like whenever that happens to me, I'm like, so I always think of being able to breathe just from that. I don't have asthma, but God, I can't even imagine people that suffer from asthma.
Exactly. Just trying to, So I remember apparently I've got quite a sensitive airway, and when I had the surgery, the anaesthetist said, "Oh, you've got a sensitive airway. You do tend to go into laryngeal spasm." I went, okay. And then I found out what he meant, because I was eating some chocolate, and exactly what you said, I coughed and it went down the wrong hole. Well, my whole throat closed up. I went into this laryngeal spasm, and I couldn't speak on the phone. I couldn't ring anyone. I couldn't breathe. I didn't have time to go next door to anyone. I went, well, I'm just going to lay down on my beautiful rug and die. So I did. I just really calmly laid down, and I just went, okay, I'm going to die. Like I couldn't do anything. And then the next minute I heard this, I went, oh, I can get a tiny bit of air in. And it took about 10 minutes for me to be able to breathe properly again. But I'll never forget that feeling of, okay, I'm going to die. Just lie down on your favorite rug. Off you go.
Yeah. So it's those little things that we take everything for granted, just the little things. And, now that it's a good time to, instead of seeing the negative for the holidays, like really, even if you're all alone and, nobody there, like I say, turn yourself to the thankfulness, to what you do have that others don't have. Right. So, because it's life-changing. I know it's one of the reasons why I got to the place where I am now. And it's magic. It really is. It really is. There's actually a book called The Magic by Rhonda Byrne. And the magic is all about thankfulness exercises every day. And it's about being thankful for the good and the bad, for the good people in your life, for the bad people in your life.
That's it.
They were all lessons for you. They all helped you grow. So, it's all about understanding that, because we create the reality and we create everything within it that happens to us. The final, I think, goal is to love all of that, good and bad, because you created it. It's your creation. As I say, you got to love the ugly baby. If you have an ugly baby, you can't throw the baby out. You got to love the baby.
It's so true. It's it is. It's that unconditional love, and it's but it can be so hard to do, because our judgment, our ego can jump in so quickly. It's and it's understanding that we've set this up for ourselves, and those people are just playing a role, whether it's for us to get more empowerment, to speak up, and whatever. And sometimes in life, I think in our system, when kids are being bullied, instead of telling off all the bullies, why don't we empower that child so that their frequency raises and they come into a place where they aren't attracting the bullies anymore? We need to almost reverse what we do in life in this system. So
yeah. Absolutely. Oh yeah, Trixie Tot. There was a time change for this one because Maree had an appointment, so we moved it up 1 hour. But it'll be back to normal in the next.
After Christmas, New Year, yeah.
So we're
it's
missing
next
2
week,
weeks, right?
Yeah, because I'll be away anyway up Sunshine Coast. So yeah.
Okay.
So that'll be 2 weeks, yeah. Because
Okay.
New Year's Eve, I think, for you guys will be like 2 weeks tonight, I think.
Yeah.
It seems it just feels crazy, doesn't it?
It does.
It's like
it does. So actually, that reminds me. Wasn't thinking about this, but because it is our last one, can the cards tell us? What does 2024 look like?
Hold. Sure. I want to do an animal magic card first for everyone, just to help us, because there's so much frequency coming in, and people are maybe going to have ascension symptoms, or I call them light body symptoms. I just want to do an animal magic card so that we can maybe clear some of those. Oops. Oh, well, that one fell out first, and I'll pull one. But for people that are watching this afterwards, you will still get the energy of these beautiful cards to help clear for you. So, okay. Oh, beautiful. Yep. So the first one out is Dove. Now, Dove is all about peace and purity. So it's just really telling you that everything's going to be okay. You don't have to carry the world on your shoulders. You can see that big cross up there behind the dove. And there's so much pink coming through that dove. To me, that's almost going into the second chamber of the heart. So don't be surprised if you actually feel a bit heartbroken, or you feel rejected, or you feel abandoned, because what it's doing is opening up that heart so we can actually go into a deeper chamber to find more compassion, to find more peace, to find more love. So,
well, that's exactly what happened to me.
Okay. So this is what beautiful Dove is saying. So be gentle with yourself. Exactly what Elisa's been saying. Be really gentle and kind, and don't expect yourself to be superhero, with these incoming frequencies. And you can see in the background, there's so much cosmic energy coming in. So just allow yourself to have time out to integrate this and to bring it through. Because the other card that came up was Buffalo. And when Buffalo comes up, the word that goes with Buffalo is sacrifice. So it's almost like, we know sometimes that we can trigger people with our energy, or we get triggered. So if I look into the Buffalo, it's so interesting because they always have a different message depending on what the intention is. But Buffalo's saying it's going to be okay. You're going to get through this. So whatever happens over this Christmas period, over these holidays, you're going to be okay. And look at the green in the background, how much that's standing out. That's, again, healing, heart healing. There's still some purifying going on. Now, remember, our family, Christmas time, everyone's a bit tired, but we can get triggered through family patterning. So it's just purifying more stuff for us. Okay, so that's what, and the Buffalo, when it comes up, it often means there will be a journey, like a short journey or some sort of journey coming up. So it'd be interesting to see how.
2024? Or
this is for this year to clear, and then I want to go into 2024.
Oh, okay, got it. Okay.
Yeah, that's just clearing for people with the energy of those beautiful cards. Now I'm going to do some cards for 2024. So, all right. So how do you want me to ask it? Just a general.
What is the year going to look like for people like us, people that are awakened and already know what's going on?
Yeah, perfect. Okay. All right, I'll pull 3 to start with. Oh, that one's really buzzy. Oh, okay. Beautiful. So just the 3 cards overall for the people that sort of have an awareness of what's going on. 10 of Cups. I love this card. This is beautiful. This is emotional joy. Look at them. The families together. They've got this beautiful, the cups are all about emotion. So this is a 10, which is new beginnings with emotion plus completion. So it's actually a feeling of fulfillment is what I get from the 10 of Cups. I love it with the 10 of Cups comes up. And then the next one up is our beautiful Temperance card. So this is this is a major arcana. To me, the word that comes with Temperance is patience. All right. So keep yourself in this beautiful place of joy, which is possible. Patience, because there will be change. And look again at the water. See how the water is actually keeping that emotion nice and calm, and knowing that there is change coming, but have patience. Because the next card is the 2 of Wands. And look, 2 is a balance, Wands are action. So take whatever action is needed to find that balance. And he's holding the world. So this is our own world as well. So within our own world, it's about a matter of finding our own beautiful emotional joy, knowing that things will come through in divine timing, and that we need to find our own balance through our actions. So that really sort of makes a lot of sense, doesn't it, with everything?
Yes.
So, yeah. So, and I'll pull another couple of cards as well. Just, that one flipped. So we'll take them. Okay. The first one that flipped, interestingly enough, is the Hermit. The Hermit is introspection. The Hermit, here we go. The Hermit is about going in deeply and finding our truth, but also with the guide. See the light there, the lantern? To me, that's spirit. So really connecting in deeply to our true divine presence. Take time to do that. That's what it's all about. So that's still going to be very important for all of us. So there's actually too many cards there. I'll pull another one now, but that one definitely jumped out for us. Okay. I love it. Yep. Perfect. I knew I had to get 2 cards. The first one is our 7 of Cups. This is chaos. So I feel there is going to be some chaos, like emotionally, for a lot of people, because this shadow aspect that's been hiding in the background, the deep state, whatever, I feel it's gonna come through, and it's gonna be seen. It's gonna be brought out, and then there's gonna be this justice. So there really will be a lot comes out, but it is going to cause some chaos. And that's why I feel that the Hermit card came up. Make sure you go in. Don't get triggered by that global consciousness when this sort of stuff goes on.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's what I'm getting for 2024.
Okay.
So,
all right. Okay. So Lady Hawk had a question about, end of the year resolutions. Is it like setting intentions or something else? Do you, Maree, do you do it? Do you do end of New Year resolutions?
it's really interesting. I used to, but I've found that I tend to not. I tend to wait and see how things unravel energetically. And then when something comes to me, I go, okay, yep, now I've got it. So it has to be for me an innate thing. It has to come through with like a knowledge or I just know how I work now. By the time, I'm this experienced in life, I sort of know how I work. So trying to say, right, I'm doing this from the first, or this is my intention, it just doesn't work for me. What about you, Elisa? How does it work for you?
Yeah, same. I don't, I'm not a big fan of them. Not sure why. I'm thinking about it, and I can't think of anything. Nothing comes to mind. It's just not something that I felt I needed to do. I don't know.
Yeah, I think when you're more in the moment and you're more taking each day as it comes, and then knowing what adjustments need to be made, or knowing you get that insight. It's like you don't put so much I don't put so much pressure on myself to have it all one day. This is one day and I have to do it.
Well, that's a good point, right? If you live in the now moment, which is what I try to strive for every now moment, it's about the now moment. Like if you're already looking at New Year's resolutions, you're looking ahead. You're not in the now moment. You're in the future moment, which doesn't exist. So yeah, maybe.
Yeah,
That's fine.
And Lady Hawk, but if it feels right for you to do it, and it actually works for you, some people love that, right, this is my goal. That's great. Yeah. That's fantastic. Go for it. I just know I just sort of push against. I like to have options, and so I tend to push against things like that.
Yeah, like
shadow side comes out to play. Oh, don't tell me to do things on the 1st of January. I hate being told. That's just me. That's my shadow side.
Me too. Oh my God, Maree. Don't tell me what to do. Holy crap.
Don't tell me what to do.
Very upset.
I know. Yeah, I know. So, but for some people, it's beautiful because it's a really nice, it's a day where they go, yep, this is where I can focus. I'm deliberately doing it this day. So that's a goal setting almost for some people.
Yeah. So you do you, different. Guys. Like you do you. That's just how we do it.
Yeah.
But it sounds like she kind of does what we do.
Yeah, same. Yeah, but it's a really good question. But I don't think there's any right or wrong with it, Lady Hawk. Yeah, it's whatever works.
It's what's right for you.
Yeah, horses for horses. It's like, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, but, absolutely.
Some people, I think we're indoctrinated with it. But I also feel that maybe that was to also the 1st of January. Well, we on a calendar, does it fit in with the cycles of our nature? Right. No, it doesn't. Right. So it's actually not maybe really that's not really got the most energy behind it anyway that day.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Let me get here if my cat will let me. Okay. Okay, so Maple Tree has a question. Will the Galactics land in 2024?
Wow, interesting. So actually, how are you going with all of that, Elisa? Have you had any?
So we met when my friend Shanna was here, and we did have 33 crafts that we saw. We saw 33 ships, and one of them, they were all white, and they all looked like shooting stars. But there was one specifically that passed by really long, and it was like a yellowish orange, and it just passed by. Like it was crazy. Yeah, that one was for us. Yeah, like confirmation. Like, yep, we're here.
Yeah, exactly. It's like that time I saw that bright light come up from the ocean, which I wasn't expecting it. Like at night, walking along the beach, it was like, whoa, yeah.
So that's got to be amazing. That's just got to be amazing.
And I think it is. It's just telling us, hey, yep, we are here. There's definitely things here. So Maple Tree, I guess, if we ask if the Galactics will land in 2024, they might be landing, but we might not know about it publicly. It might not be publicly announced. So should we change that to? Will it be a public, awareness or a public thing coming out? Is that probably a bit of a clearer question, do you think?
Yeah.
Yep. Okay. So will the Galactics, will it be a public knowing for more than, say, 5% of the population? Because it's, Interesting. I don't feel it's going to be that people that know, okay, because the 8 of Cups is walking away from something. So I don't feel that it's going to be maybe a big reveal like, we would want. Yeah, it's almost like everything else, that Justice card has come up. So to me, it's like other things have to be done and dealt with first, like within our own realm. I think it would freak a lot of people out, Yeah, it's going to stay hidden. 4 of Swords. Yeah. It will come out, but I feel it's still going to be just hidden. Not, well, here they all are, Yeah. So, no, I feel it's still going to be a little bit quieter than
Yeah, I feel like that's why they're getting us ready, me ready for
yeah,
contact. So if I have contact now, then the more people like us who are awake, who are willing to have contact, then they can get us ready to have contact with them. So then that we can be that bridge to then everybody having contact.
beautifully
So
said. Yeah, no, I
that's what
agree.
I'm thinking.
Yeah. So people have to hear it from the mouths of other people, because sometimes, it's that, you trust your own friends, or you trust people that you've seen or heard, So, yeah, I feel that you're right. And it's interesting. I think Creepy Dave said around 2027. Who knows? I feel it also, yeah, it depends on the consciousness, our consciousness as well. So to be able to cope, or to be able to deal with it after all the lies that have been told.
Yeah,
Mm.
absolutely.
But yes. So
Yeah.
yeah, I would say at least a few more years till everything's settled down.
Yeah. Okay. Um, okay. I thought I saw something having to do with an outage, but I can't find
Oh
it.
yes, I saw. It was Trixie Tot. She was asking someone about if there was outage up in the northeast or something.
Oh. Oh,
So
okay.
have
I don't.
people been getting outages? Have people actually been getting outages? Was it?
Oh, Tricky thought, do you have any power outages
Oh,
in North? Oh, okay. It's to her. Okay. I thought the question was for us. Okay.
okay.
So the next question we have is rituals and ceremonies can enhance our focus and intent if it's higher consciousness, right?
Oh, Sally.
Um,
Hello, Sally.
yeah. So actually, I got a card. I have these cards called Galactic Heritage cards, which are like, no, they're oracle cards. They're not oracle cards. They're not tarot cards. They are just magic for me. And I got a card that in my in this other lifetime, as I don't know, some other ET race that I didn't pay attention that what it was, but that I used to do rituals, and that I needed to bring the rituals back into this lifetime.
Mhm.
So yes,
Mm.
absolutely. I'm going to say rituals and ceremonies definitely can enhance our focus, and I think it can enhance your manifestation as well.
Yeah.
So, Maree,
Oh,
the
I
ceremony.
completely. Yeah, I love ceremony. It was in my 20s, I think. I remember thinking, why don't we have any beautiful ceremony or ritual, for when teenagers come into manhood, or women come in, like girls come into being women. It's always, oh, hush, hush, that's all dirty stuff. We don't talk about it. There was no honoring and, beautifying that shift and change. And I was going, why don't we have things like that? And it's like they've all been taken away from us. I feel that ceremony and ritual has been
Mhm.
taken away from us. I love it. Just lighting a candle to me can be a ceremony.
Yeah.
So yeah, and Sally, absolutely. I mean, Sally knows amazingly, like, just even saging, or just even gritting, and having that intention and focus. Of course, yeah, it just does definitely. It brings in consciousness. Like when we grid, straight away that consciousness is there. It's bang, because of what that ritual, that beautiful ritual.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. I definitely say yes.
yeah,
They are
yeah.
very powerful, and there's a reason why there's books and books of witch stuff
That's
out
right.
there with all kinds of rituals left and right, and the bad guys also do
Exactly.
a lot of them.
Yeah, the old yin and yang.
Yeah, absolutely. Um, okay, so I'm looking for the next. Let's see. I think this is it. Is the older man that is on YouTube who says he's the real JFK Jr. speaking the truth. He says he was kidnapped at 10 and switched out with the person we know as JFK Jr.
Junior. Okay. Okay, I've just a really card got really hot, Barbara, and it's the Hierophant. So to me, the Hierophant is someone that's looking for power or has some authority, but no, it's not one of the positive cards when I'm asking a question around this. So no, I don't feel that he is. And remember too, I don't know how old this person is, an older man. Okay, judgment. No, I don't feel that this is actually truth about it. And I guess, Queen of Pentacles, this is when someone's actually contemplating their reality, and it usually, I feel it's just, he could have a few delusions, and we can tap into consciousness of people and believe that that's exactly who we are. I don't know. What's your gut feeling on this one, Elisa?
No. I don't believe it. No.
Is that Seven of Wands? This is around identity. So no, I feel that JFK Jr. was JFK Jr. and holding that identity in place. So that's how I see the Seven of Wands. Yeah. It's a good question, Barbara. So, and that's it. Use our discernment when we're watching people or listening to people as well. Our little gut time bomb will go off going, or this just doesn't feel right. But it's great to ask questions around things. I think it's really good.
Absolutely. So before we continue, I want to ask the question that was basically what the show was for, so I don't run out of time.
Okay.
But we talked about this movie, Leave the World Behind, with Julia Roberts, made by the Obamas, last week. And you had mentioned that you felt like it was the white hats and that it was just disclosure. And I was talking to a friend of mine. She's like, well, I don't, I feel like it's the bad guys. And so I'm just feeling like there's a lot of theories out there. Yeah. So I was like, well, let's just do the cards. Sure. And let's see what the cards say.
Okay. Yep. And it's, look, I think it's great because question everything. And I always say this, question what we say, question what anyone says, go in and tune in with your own knowing, your own discernment. It's so important. I mean, the cards can give us some ideas, but I always say take questions from it, because that way then we get more questions and then we actually get a bigger understanding. So, absolutely. And so, don't ever think you have to always believe what I'm saying or what Elisa's saying or what King George down the road is saying. No, not at all. But it was interesting because I felt that the movie was what they wanted to do. I felt it was what the plan from the deep state, what they wanted.
The reason I'm confused is that I feel like putting this movie out lowers people's vibrations. Okay. The normie, the regular normal person that doesn't know what we know, it lowers their vibration. It makes them feel more stressed. It makes them feel more anxious. And so this is where I'm like, okay, it may be the bad guys. But then what's the point of her having the Nessa shirt? And what's the point of her having, so it's like, which one is it? So that's why I just feel like I just want the cards to tell me what is the deal.
Sure. It's interesting though, because I think if there's someone that's unawake and they watch any movie, it'll lower their vibration.
Oh yeah.
Right. So, but if it makes them ask one question, then that's worth it. Let's just see what happens. So what are we going to ask?
To be honest, I hated the way it was shot. They would do side shots and that didn't add anything. And then the music was foreboding music, but then nothing would happen. It was just in the wrong place at the wrong time. I was just like, who directed this? This was horrific. Just bad.
But maybe that was deliberate,
Could be. I just was put off by how badly produced and made it was. It was just horrible.
Yep. I agree. But it was, I think there was a reason for that. All right. So we're going to ask, should we just ask it straight out? Was this a white hat production? Yep. Okay. Hang on. I'm getting one more. Beautiful. So the Nine of Wands, this is a long journey. It's been a long journey, but the man's still standing. So the 9, it means it's not quite complete yet. The 9 of Cups is something that's been desired. So they've got it to a place now where they're actually, we can actually work with this, because we asked the question about the white hats. This is great. We've got it to a place we need. And then we've got our beautiful high priestess. So there's still things that are hidden. So I know there's still hidden things, but I feel that I'm going to ask for a clarifying card.
Yeah.
King of Wands. The King of Wands to me is someone that's working from a place of integrity. He's a master of action. So, and that was a definite yes to white hats. So but it doesn't matter. People are talking about it. People are asking questions. It's bringing up subjects that need to be brought up, that haven't been brought up. Some people aren't going to like it. Four of Cups. Some people aren't going to accept it. It's just a crap movie, which is fine. Okay, so but I would say it's going to get people that wouldn't normally ask questions to ask questions. All the weird stuff that went on. And then we've got our Two of Cups. There's definitely been a working in partnership to get this together, to make this happen. Okay. And that's a positive card. So that's just what my cards are saying. But if that doesn't feel right, absolutely fine. No drama. Just you got to listen.
So does that mean that higher ground, which is the Obama's production company, does that mean that it has been taken over by the white hats?
As you were saying that, I was just getting an intuition that they've already gone. So all their assets have been taken.
Right, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah, I got that straight away. I mean, I can check it with the cards, but that was just an intuition that was coming through. They've already gone. So there's that, Knight of Wands. So things that, to me, when the Knight of Wands comes up, it's like there's action being taken, but it's not what everyone thinks. So a lot of people wouldn't realize, that's been taken over. King of Pentacles. This is definitely someone that's in control of a reality and can create from it. So the Emperor card was right under that. So that's the white hats. That's just a take. So that's definitely what's happened. Okay. They're still using it. They're smart. They're still using all of the names and all of the brand names.
Yeah. So do you think the cards can tell us what the idea was behind the Nessa shirt and the Obey shirt?
Mm-hmm. Okay, let's have a little look and see if it was a com, if it was for people to look deeper.
Yeah.
I mean, because we all know that NASA's a fraudulent case in itself. Yeah. So, okay. Oh, that's interesting. It's right at the end. Okay, let's see. Yep. It's showing us how we've all been lied to. We got our Eight of Swords, and I had to go all the way to the end of the cards to get anything that was hot. The Eight of Swords means we've been kept in captivity. We've been blindfolded to the truth. That's what it was telling us. So it's really interesting that one has come out.
Okay.
So it was giving us a com. Yep.
Yeah. Okay. So it was for communication.
It was, yeah.
Okay. I've seen this before. Is it true that NASA is Satan without the T? And that's why whenever they do launches, they do T minus and then the time.
It's so in our faces, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's so in our faces.
Yeah.
And yet we're all so trusting. And we over time, we've all been so lied to and indoctrinated that we just believe it. They wouldn't do that. That wouldn't be right. I mean, let's have a look and see what the cards say. But it's just when you see it, you just go, oh, how could I have not seen this before?
Yep.
Okay,
I've seen that before, and I'm like, that sounds like it could be right. Why don't we ask the cards?
Nine of Pentacles. This is something unique, something that's been a lot of money. There's wealth in there. Yeah. So this is definitely a yes card. Yeah. And then we've got our Page of Swords. So to me, the Page of Swords is always someone that's not telling the truth. It's like we're not seeing we haven't seen the full truth of it. I'm just going to get one more card for clarity. That one. Yeah. Yeah. So the Two of Pentacles to me is about it's about asking questions, but in reality, probably 50-50, only probably 50% of people that even work there know about it. You know, it's like it probably.
I have a friend that works there, and I guarantee you she does not know about it.
Yeah, exactly. But the truth's going to come out. That King of Swords is the one that brings the truth, tells the real story. It's going to come out. But yeah, people would probably just be horrified.
Yeah.
But I think it's going to be one of those truths that comes out. I think it's really important that it does.
Yeah, absolutely.
To see how much money's been stolen. Yeah.
Oh my God, gazillions. Like, I can't even imagine.
No.
Oh my God, yeah. Okay, so Maple Tree wants to know if the Galactic Federation is working with NASA.
Working with NASA.
Well, first we would have to see if NASA has been taken over.
True.
Because we don't want to.
Good point. I like it. Okay, so has NASA been taken over by what we would consider the white hats or people that are.
Or the Alliance. Or
the Alliance. Yeah. Let's have a look. Oh, you're hot. Yeah, there was a bit of chaos with it, though, because the Five of Wands has come up, which is action that's taken to create change, and it can be a little bit aggressive. And then the Chaos card, the Seven of Cups, came up. So that's really interesting. So it looks like it has been, but it was not. There was a bit of resistance. Ooh. And oh my God, this is so fascinating because I was just getting, because it's not just obviously humans that are working with that. And then we got the Hermit card, which to me can be a link to, and I was just feeling it, a link to other ETs. So I feel there was a bit more of a battle to actually get control of that. That's fascinating, isn't it?
Wow.
Yeah. So now we can ask the question, I guess.
Yes.
Is there other ETs or the Galactic Federation?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel there was definitely other beings that were working with the people that knew about NASA and running it.
You know, what's interesting is now that they changed I live right in the middle of this, the Space Force is like 10 miles down the road. So I live in between Space Force and NASA.
Whoa.
Another 10 miles the other way. So, yeah.
That's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That's a pretty nice strategic position to be in.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. So let's see if the Galactic Federation are working with NASA now. Well, with those beings. It looks like there's some interaction because the Queen of Pentacles is there. They're contemplating what's going to look like, what the reality is going to be, I think, whether, so there's still, the Magician. So there is something else going on. It's not just the humans. That's because the Magician card to me is there's some smoke and mirrors. So there's definitely more going on there, Maple Tree. Yeah, but we don't have to worry about it because it is in the hands of the good guys. That Nine of Swords tells me it's actually okay, and they're just working out, I would say, what they're going to do with it, the balance of it. Are they going to take it down? It'll be something better. Something better is going to be coming. That's going to be working together with these higher beings, these other beings, these ETs. So that Strength card's telling me that. So they're still working on it, Maple Tree.
Okay.
There's.
Okay. I don't know. Do you think the cards can say what they're doing, or how would you?
Yeah, no, good question. But yeah, I just feel there was so much more going on. When who really knows what's really going on with the moons and we just don't know, do we really, how far, what they were doing?
Yeah.
What information were they buying? What technology were they buying with all that money in reality?
Right. Yeah.
So, yeah, I'll just see if I can get anything. Wow. Yeah. So the Two of Wands, as we know, is finding balance and creating balance, but they did the opposite. Three of Swords.
Mm-hmm.
So they actually have done the opposite to trying to help the world find balance and harmony. But it's going to come back. We've got that beautiful Ten of Cups again. So I would say they were doing some pretty nefarious stuff, Lady Hawk. But it's all good. I feel like it's all like coming together, if that makes sense, in a positive way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, and the last question we have, will the war in Gaza stop in 2024?
Wow. Let's have a look and see, Kibbo. That'd be nice, wouldn't it? If everything just stopped. Okay. Will there be a ceasefire in 2024 with Gaza? I think it's going to happen quicker than we expect. Yeah, that Eight of Wands has come up. So when it happens, I think it'll happen really quickly. It's almost like once the operations have been finished and completed, then it's like, okay, let's turn this off now, is what I'm feeling. Yeah, because there's a lot we haven't been told. Again, that Page of Swords has come up. So there's a lot of truth we haven't been told about what's really going on. It's a lot bigger underground and all of that than what is being said. That one's hot as well. Wheel of Fortune. So there is going to be a very positive change coming through, though. So yes, when it happens, it'll probably happen quite quickly. It'll be like, we're done.
Yeah.
So I'm feeling that it probably will be 2024. Yep.
Okay.
With those cards.
Very good. And then let's finish up with the NASA question.
Yep.
It says NASA cover-up story to hide the truth about the secret space program. So maybe these are the nefarious things that you were picking up. Did you want to ask that? Because I thought the secret space program had more to do with the Air Force.
Let's have a look and see.
Like the real military,
yeah,
not just the space program.
And I mean, I think as Rob said earlier, you know, we of course there's already been interactions with ETs here on Earth, you know, as well. But this is sort of part of that too. Let's just see the secret space program. Yeah, it's a good question. 50-50. So there could have been a little bit of an aspect of it, but it's not the main aspect. When that Two of Pentacles comes up, to me, it's not. That's sort of like a.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure it was the Air Force. Pretty sure.
So, you know, which is it? But then there could have been a little bit of a lap over. But then we've got the Sun card, which to me means that, again, the truth's going to come out about a lot of this stuff. Yeah. At the moment, it's still hidden. We've got our Four of Swords. Okay, so something's still hidden. But again, this is finding truth too.
Okay.
So, yeah. But no, I don't feel there could have been a slight overlap.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Okay, well, I think that's it for today. How exciting. Just always interesting how it just like it goes different places, you know, it doesn't go where you think it's gonna go.
That's it. Just go with the flow.
Yeah, absolutely. So do we want for Jazzy to give us a send-off for the holidays? What wise words does he have for us?
Okay, so I'm just going to tune in and just get a little bit of a glimpse of what he's trying to show. All right. He's taking me right back over the earth plane, and he's just saying, see everything from a higher perspective. Don't get caught up down here. Come up. And he said, look through the clouds and don't get caught here. So that's what he's showing me. And then everything's more peaceful. Everything seems a little bit different and clearer almost. So if you're getting caught up, he's just saying, no, just pretend you're just floating up and just watch it all from above there. So that's what his words of wisdom are. And it was nice yesterday on the dream show, he showed me this beautiful green, this healing frequency coming onto the earth. So we are getting a beautiful hit of healing frequency as well. So just
Yeah.
enjoy your holidays and your family, and just love it if you go into a bit of a cray time. It's okay.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. And remember, you create your reality. So if you're going to go to a family party and you know you're going to see people that you don't want to see, then the universe is going to give you reasons for why you don't want to see them.
Love it.
So change your mindset. If you're going to a party to see people that you don't want to see, in your mind, close your eyes, create the reality you want to create, which is see that person being nice to you or whatever it is you want to see or create. Do it before you go. Create the reality first and make sure that you're watching how you're feeling about these people, because the universe gives you your expectation. If you expect the people to be obnoxious, then you're going to get obnoxious. And if you expect people to be assholes, they're going to be assholes. So again, take the time to be the creator and create the reality before you get to that party. So yeah. So
Beautifully said. So just have a wonderful, wonderful break, everybody.
yes.
And thanks, Elisa,
Thank
for looking
you.
after us all for 2023. You did such a great job.
Thank you, Maree. Same to you, and same to everybody else to everybody else who has supported us through this year. You know, it means the world to us. You guys are amazing. We love you so much. We really do love our soul family, and we're grateful for you for being here, for each and every one of you. So, again, hoping peace and love for everybody. And we love you, and we will see you in the new year.
See you, everyone.
Bye.